Ready, go? Yeah! Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
For House Rossfield. Too slow. That's better. Too slow. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide? It looks like we found him. Too slow. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype. Mid?
Aw, you make it sound like...
Tell me.
It's most of what I need. And a cogwheel. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I...
Wait, the children. Now that I think about it, they...
The young'uns? But why would they... I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Sid! Is Mid...
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? Is it an airship?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something, a brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh, the one you forgot. We remember.
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of...
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling all the pieces that are left over. We keep under...
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Well?
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly are you going to use it?
Only the most important... The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the... Well... That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
Wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big, but it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, so. All yours. Come again. I may. I have more for you.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive. Let darkness fall! Fire and flame! Too slow. The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalamel and see how...
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
The last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, sit.
Clive! What?
It's done.
I knew you wouldn't.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde, and we need not fear the arrival. Victory is out.
We bloodied... Lubo.
After all you have done for this town.
But we did. We only hope that you can...
We need you, Lubor. So, if you would still like...
You do remember that I'm...
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be.
I see. But I will...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be... Unity is the key to defending Dalamil. And when that time comes, I will expect us all to...
Of course.
And second, you will accept that if I am to... The mistreatment of bearers must... Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as... They will not be judged by what they are, but...
As we failed to do. And...
We agree to your conditions. And we...
Condition accept... Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago I had resigned myself to leave, and now, here.
Lubor.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your... I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children.
Can't have all your...
Welcome, welcome. Of course. You've bled me dry. Anything else? A fine choice. Go safely.
Oh, thank the fact the griffin is slain.
And the Heartstone claim.
Yes, this radiant luster light. Thank you, my lord. Your father would be so...
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. I will... If you would excuse me, I shall... The armbands are prey. Take. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even... And the graven vines encircling this...
It's a message. enemies who would thwart his vision. Only.
And only if we stood together. As Phoenix and Shield. As brothers.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, but this was more. It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the steadfast.
Forgive me, my lady. There is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal, even if the armbands were incomplete. She would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, you're of the deep love he had for both of you. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered. I tried to warn your father. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin. And so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father...
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance.
It is. And we thank you for...
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest let him see that you have received his
I suppose it would be churlish, not... What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is enshrined there since the day we recovered it. I prithee claim it. And I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Do you see that too?
Papa?
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop.
I'm scared.
It's all right. I'm here.
Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field...
This won't take long.
You're right. Men.
too slow. A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You are right. Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of salt, but I hadn't thought the corruption had reached. It's a fucking You're interfering, old bastard of an uncle. My lord, Mark. Or is Sid the outlaw more?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I... or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos, but I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right, I know I made them for so long. So many of us have been, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have it, but in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. You are no... Oh, I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try...
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of...
I'm flattered. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw?
Of a different kind.
I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his...
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can...
Fly, Ambrosia. Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward, then?
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
This is no time to ride. Not here. No use calling Ambrosia now. Come on. That'll do, girl. Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. The people of Lostwing are my family. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. They want you to speak for those who can't speak for... If it's the vineyard, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know...
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family, don't you trust...
You know that.
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and who's to say you couldn't convince the entire...
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by...
So you'll join us? Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently... I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to...
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from...
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's Alder as we speak. They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in... He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his.
Another outlaw? Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the army, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seen. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion. But luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle-axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, join us there at your earliest convenience.
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an... That is, unless you'd have them turn it...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a bandicoot. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
Perhaps I might suggest, though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the... but I'm sure that you wish to continue your... Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond.
Us?
I can't stand them.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine.
Upstanding. He calls himself...
Once more unto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already... We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much, if we show them the path. Show them that the fate of the world lies in my nephew's, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we...
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, let's move on. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied... Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that we shall play our parts to the best of our abilities. That the realm needs its Sir Crandall. I want you to keep this signed accord.
I will. Not here.
Have care.
Time to fight.
Might this be Nickelberg?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone?
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
Salvation?
At least the third chest lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. Lord Rosfield.
That's right, and you must be the third.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, you have seen them at their prayers. They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen, praying night and day that they might be rid of their... Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woe. Serve him with all. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... And so I would see it through to see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if...
You do understand what their dream...
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become Akashic. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what. Beneath the flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. slow. Nice try. Nice try. Fire and flame! Give me thunder! Damn it! Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
last saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to see you hail.
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg.
If you could not save him...
The villagers, they prayed to their god that they might be unburdened. Then an ether flood came. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. For the right to choose how one dies.
Sid.
A noble ambition. To die for one's... It matters not how misguided, only that the decision. We live according to the teachings of our order, for better or worse.
But he didn't die for your creed. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man's names, to know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the light. They died serving my house. That is my duty.
Of course, I shall fetch the book of my lord. The greatest honor of my life to though our duties may differ, and were they here, I have no doubt